The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. And we welcome you to a rainy and windy Pascack Hills High School. We're expecting rain in a few moments, but it hasn't come just yet as we bring you the play-in round of the Bergen County Invitational Tournament in girls soccer. The Hackensack Comets traveling to Montvale to take on the 4 and 6 Pascack Hills Broncos. We're proud to bring you the first game, we hope, of many in this tournament. The winner will play a loser from the preliminary round of the top-tier Bergen County tournament. We're back in about 5 minutes for kickoff here in Montvale. Happy to welcome you back inside, everybody. We're here at Pascack Hills High School in Montvale. I'm Matthew Merlino. This is the play-in round of the Bergen Invitational Girls Soccer Tournament. Hackensack against Pascack Hills. Winner faces a loser from the preliminary round of the Bergen County Girls Soccer Tournament. We understand that many of you are Mets or Yankees fans, or just general New York sports fans, so we'll keep you up to date on the Mets game that's happening right now. It just started, and it started with a bang off the bat of Francisco Lindor, a leadoff homer to give the Mets a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning, and that also breaks the Dodgers' 33-inning scoreless streak. It seems that Mets magic is alive right now. Hills goalie is going to be Sophia Paxanopoulos. In 9 recorded games, she has 65 saves. We presume that the goalie for Hackensack is Karen Mankincella, a sophomore with 13 games under her belt and 191 saves in those games. Hackensack comes in with first-year head coach Marika Walker with a 2-11 record so far through this season. Hills' coach Anthony Alaprantis in his 4th year with the Broncos, 30 wins and 25 losses in his tenure. 4-6 is the current Pascack Hills record. They sit in 12th in the PowerPoint rankings in North 1 Group 1, so they'd be in the playoffs, but they would not host a playoff game. Hackensack is also in the playoffs. They compete in the North 1 Group 4 section for the biggest schools. And they're also in the same kind of predicament as Pascack Hills. They're in with a little more chance of getting out of the playoffs as of now, but they still are a long shot from hosting a playoff game. 40 minutes, of course, on the clock in both halves. We'll see how things go in this play-in round of the Bergen County Invitational Tournament, and Hackensack kicks us off to get us underway. Hills quickly with a takeaway. Emily Rennie and Sophie Pinkwater, the goals and assists leader for this Pascack Hills team. Now it's Pinkwater tripped up in the box. We get a whistle. This could be a penalty or a free kick. I think they're going to say she was tripped up just before going in. This will be akin to a corner kick for Sophie Pinkwater, and it is right on the corner of the box. That is very close to being a PK, but we'll see what happens here. We'll see if she goes for the net. Everybody's lined up on the other side of the box. She sends it in to assist. It's headed down by Hackensack, and now they're going to be able to clear this out and up. But Pinkwater comes back to intercept and gets it to Sloane Irizarry, the senior defender. But Irizarry does work pretty much anywhere on the field, and she uses her speed very nicely as this one goes out for a Hills throw-in. That was Hannah Foley coming off of her injury, has played a few games since then. There's Pinkwater, but Hackensack is able to take it away, and we'll see if they can mount a charge here. Karaglian played that well, and Irizarry sends it down into the box. It is a windy day here at Pascack Hills, and you can probably hear the wind going over. I'm sure you can see the leaves flying around, and we hope that doesn't hinder our spectators' enjoyment of this game, as Abby Roche will clear this one out. Rennie's going to get behind it. She was held up a little bit. No whistle, but it does go out, and it went off of that Hackensack player, number 19, Helen Lemma. And now quickly a throw-in for Hills with Pinkwater in the box. She sends it towards the net, but it's a pretty easy save for Karen Mankincella, the sophomore goalie for the Hackensack Comets, and Mankincella will try to punt it away. It's to about the 35-yard line, and now Hackensack will work it back and now towards midfield, where Kate Glass attempts to take it away. She does. Got it to Sophie Pinkwater. Pinkwater sends it down to Rennie with a chance on net if she can keep it in, and she cannot. So a Hackensack goal kick here. Here's the goal kick from Mancancella. Work towards midfield and taken away. Hannah Foley tried to send it back to Sophie Pinkwater. Pinkwater keeps control. Tries to work it through two defenders. Lost it, fell, and the referees whistle for a foul. Here's a free kick for Sophie Pinkwater, a bit further out from the first one. Perhaps a better angle. We'll see what happens. Sent in. Roche there, turns, shoots just wide to the left. And it'll be the second Hackensack goal kick of this game. Mancancella is readying, and now she kicks this one out to her left. And on the far sideline, it goes out of bounds. Wind picking up. News in LA. We've ended the first inning, and it's 1-0 as that shot is out of bounds too much to the right of the net. Well, some good news from the boys soccer team. They played in the BCCA tournament against North Arlington yesterday, and they defeated them, so we'll be back on Wednesday afternoon, 4 o'clock p.m., as they take on St. Joe's in a Bergen County tournament matchup. This one forced out of bounds by junior defender Ossia Crandall. A throw-in for Hackensack incoming. And Hannah Foley muscles Brianna Darling out of the way. On the far sideline, Hills working it down. Big moves. And a shot in the net. From Kira Hickey. And Hills takes a 1-0 lead early. Let's see if you can take a look at this replay. Hickey pretty much all on her own, doing this all herself. And a huge goal to the back left corner of the net. We're back underway quickly here. And Hills with another takeaway. It's worked back to Hickey on the far sideline again. And she keeps it in bounds again. Now tries to send the cross for Rennie. And that one's cleared out by Hackensack for what should be our first corner of this game. And it will, of course, be taken by Sophie Pinkwater. It will be the first for Pascack Hills today as they try to take an early 2-0 lead. That one is in, and it's another goal for Pascack Hills. Interesting. It was kneed, it seemed, like a knee in a UFC fight. But it got to the back of the net, and it gives Hills a 2-0 lead early. We've only played about 6 minutes. I believe the mercy rule is still in effect. It's still very early to talk about that, but if we do get a few more goals, we'll start letting you know of that predicament. That's Pinkwater at midfield. She makes a nice move and sends it down where Crandall is waiting. Crandall tries to control in double coverage. It's forced backwards, but still controlled this time by Abby Roche, who misses the pass to Mackenzie Karaglian. And now it's going to be a Hackensack throw-in. Rennie with Crandall. Asia Crandall, the junior, trying to get it closer to midfield, but she has it taken away from her. Here now is Hackensack trying to counterattack. It's a 4-on-3 in Hills' favor. Cross is taken away by Sloane Irizarry. Irizarry works it up to Sophie Pinkwater. Has a little trouble controlling it on the first touch and does have it taken away from her. Hills working it up on the far sideline again. That's Hickey looking for the cross. This one's blocked out of bounds. No, it's still in play, and it's scored. Number 3, early. Scored by the junior Asia Crandall. Now we can get some outside noise. It's a nice day. Wind is very much a factor in this one. We were expecting some rain, but it has stayed sunny and nice today. This one out of bounds. It's a lot easier to see with the window open as well. Sloane Irizarry sends it back to Abby Roche. Look at this. It's a 3-0 Hills lead, and we haven't even played 10 minutes left. Still 31.5 in the first half. It's Roche out to Karaglian. Crandall on the far sideline trying to get it into Pinkwater. He got tripped up, Crandall. And Pinkwater sends it down. It'll be on the speed, but that won't matter. Very close, but offside, intended for Hannah Foley there. And it'll be the Hackensack goalie taking this free kick, Karen Mankinchella, from about 25 yards out of the net. Crandall will end up winning it for Hills. Rennie sends it to Pinkwater. Pinkwater works it downfield. Pinkwater takes a shot. That one is blocked, and Hackensack's able to clear it out. Pinkwater was looking for her 4th goal on the season, which would get her even with current goals leader Emily Rennie. This one is kicked back down and cleared out of bounds by Hackensack. And it looks like that one went out on the goal line, so this looks to be yet another corner kick, and Sophie Pinkwater is readying for such. Here's Pinkwater, sends it in, and that shot just a bit wide to the right. It needed a bit of a better angle there. Could not get it, and so it stays 3-0. Mankinchella readying for the goal kick. Just under 30 minutes to go. Hackensack at midfield, taken away. Crandall there. Irizarry now. But her pass is blocked and intercepted. Now Hills with a chance to get it back. Some shoving there as Karaglian, the freshman, tries to muscle it away from the junior Naeli Altman. Throw in from Hills goes to junior Kate Glass. She gets it out of bounds, and now it'll be a Hackensack throw-in. That goes off of Karaglian and out. Down the sideline, Pinkwater was there, Karaglian is there, and she has that one kicked out. News from Los Angeles, Tyrone Taylor of the Mets doubled to left, bringing Starling Marte in and also putting Jesse Winker at third base. The Mets have taken a 2-0 lead in the top of the second frame. Winner of this game will play a loser from the preliminary round of the Bergen County tournament. It's a two-tier system in Bergen County. The Invitational, which is what this game is being played in, is the second-tier tournament. And the losers from the preliminary round of the Tier 1 Bergen County tournament will drop down and play whoever wins this game and the winners of the play-in rounds of this Bergen County tournament. It's kind of, if you know European soccer, it's kind of like the Champions League after what used to be the group stage. I know it's a bit different now with those third-place teams in each group dropping down to the Europa League. It's a free kick here for Hackensack. Looked like Brianna Darling trying to get it up to Helene Lemma. As Karaglian gets it down to Crandall, who sends it back to Irizarry. And Irizarry sends it back to Roche, out to Karaglian. And Karaglian cannot keep it from going out. So a throw-in incoming for the Hackensack Comets, and they waste no time getting it out. As Irizarry tries to send it up, handball on Hackensack. So an Abby Roche free kick coming up. And Roche's free kick, not controlled by anybody, not even touched. Out for a goal kick, taken by Karen Mancancella. "25 minutes still to go in half number one as Hackensack gets us back underway. Mancancella on the goal kick. Hills with a 3-0 lead. And we keep you up to date with the Mets and the Dodgers over in LA. Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. The Yankees do play at 7 o'clock, but in the Mets game, it was Tyrone Taylor doubling and bringing in Starling Marte from third to give the Mets a 2-0 lead. The earlier run was from Francisco Lindor, a leadoff home run from the most valuable player on the Mets and perhaps the most valuable player in the National League this year. Roche on the ground, works it to Crandall. Crandall's playing on the far sideline right now. Usually she's over on the near one in the first half. That'll be Amelie Rocco, who will receive this ball from Abby Roche. Rocco trying to keep it in on the near sideline, and coming over is Haley Schrager, who touches it right as it goes out of bounds. Throw in from midfield from Hackensack. Downfield, past Karaglian. Irizarry is there to provide backup. Hackensack works it down, though. Roche is the last line of defense as more players get back. Hackensack able to keep it in. Karaglian is able to get there, and she sends it out for a clearance and a Hackensack throw. There are the dark clouds that we were expecting. The wind is picked up all day. Pinkwater with a header there. It's kicked up. Roche with a header. A little bit of an elbow on Keat Glass to get her out of the way, but she powers through it and gets things out for Hills. Pinkwater's going to have to backtrack to get this pass from Nicoletta Paxanopoulos, sister of the goalie Sophia. But Hackensack is able to take it away. Now Pinkwater has one last stand, but it's Isabel Lopez trying to get it back and get Hackensack's first goal and their first even shot on goal of this game. I don't believe Sophia Paxanopoulos has even had to touch it with her feet or her hands so far today, but one goalie who has had to touch it a lot today is Karen Mankincella. She has yet another punt there that's taken away by Pinkwater. She tries to work it down to Schrager or even Paxanopoulos, who's down there. Pinkwater again, but that one is boxed around as Rocco is shoved to the ground and there's no whistle. Far sideline, Hills kicks it out of bounds to give themselves a breather as Hackensack was pressing the counterattack. And some news from L.A. once again. Mark Vientos, 391 feet to center, a grand salami, as they call it. And the Mets lead 6-0, bringing in Winker, Taylor, and Francisco Lindor. So it is 6-0 in the top of the second inning. The Mets on a roll early against the Dodgers, who called Game 2 a bullpen game when their manager, I believe it's Dave Roberts right now, that was a shove, and this one's called on Rocco. So here's another opportunistic free kick for Pascack Hills. And if my sources are correct, that is Vientos' first grand slam ever. High free kick that goes just over the crossbar. We stay 3-0 and we get a Hackensack goal kick. Substitutions made. Sloane Irizarry off for the first time today. Looks like it is Peyton Benisato relieving her. Pinkwater at midfield controls. Nice work to get around the defender. Now goes to the ground outside of the box. They say she tripped over the ball. And now on the far sideline, Karaglian gets there, and she's able to clear it out as we reach the 20th minute of this game. Still 20 to go in half one. That is Sophia Paxanopoulos' first save of this game, adding to her current total of 65. Tries to punt it down. Haley Schrager tries to keep it in bounds, but it does go out. And now it is a Hackensack throw-in. Header there. It'll be Pinkwater. She has Paxanopoulos, tries to send it through to her. Too much zip there. And it's punted away by Mankincella. Roche over to Crandall. Crandall tried to get it to Pinkwater too much on that first touch. Crandall able to get it back. Almost got tripped up, but stayed on her feet. Now Glass takes a big shot. It's Pinkwater sending it down to Schrager. They say she's onside. Only has the goalie to beat, but Mankincella makes a big open field save and keeps things 3-0. Pinkwater again receives this punt. Pinkwater going to take a long one. Mankincella out of the net, but able to make the save. Punt to midfield. It's Glass this time. Schrager there, taken back away by Hackensack. Glass takes it back away and sends it back to Crandall. Up to Kira Hickey, far sideline, down to Abby Roche. Sends it over to Karaglian, back to Roche. Roche sends it upfield. That's Pinkwater. Pinkwater getting down there. She'll be onside. Pinkwater may need to look for a cross here. Sends it towards net, and it's saved again by Karen Mankincella. Came into this game with 191 saves. I think she's added at least 10 already. And that's on the year. That's not career. You may see our cross-country team practicing as you look at the track. They're finishing up, trying to weather the incoming storm it looks like here. The first corner kick of the game for Hackensack here. Perhaps their first real chance to go for goal. But this one is going to be controlled by Pascack Hills' Amelie Rocco, and she sends it upfield to Schrager, who cannot keep it from going out of bounds, and now it's Helen Lemma. Lemma sends it down. That one cleared out by Rocco again. Paxanopoulos is there. She tries to keep it with her, but Hackensack sends it down. Glass is there to wait. And she's in a battle now. Rocco has her clearance blocked. Schrager has it. She's got room to run. And she's got Paxanopoulos to cross to. Schrager trying to avenge the open field save from Mankincella. Schrager tries the pass to Paxanopoulos. She may have even been offside, but it won't matter because Mankincella makes yet another save to keep this at a 3-0 Pascack Hills lead. Midfield, we have a whistle and a foul on Hackensack, so it'll be an Abby Roche free kick from pretty much midfield. Sent down, and Mankincella makes the save with no other contact from a Hills player. Punt to midfield. This one perhaps received by Hackensack. A jumping Mackenzie Karaglian gets it away from Comet Control, but Crandall sends it right back to them. Now it's Glass coming over to keep and intercept. As it's worked around more, Hackensack gets it back once again. That's Pinkwater this time. Hackensack sends it down. Roche is there to block and clear this one out. Long throw in down the sideline. Kira Hickey there is waiting. Roche sends it down. Received by Isabel Lopez of Hackensack. And there's Paxanopoulos' second save of this game off of a long shot, but easy to save. And her punt goes picture perfect to Pinkwater. And she's going to try to turn it up here. Sends it down to Schrager. Offside. Looked like she was about a yard in front of the last defender. And the referee did see that, so now a free kick for Hackensack. Just under 14 minutes to go in half number 1. As Rocco sends that one to midfield where nobody is. Hackensack gets there first. Peyton Benisato trying to take it away. Now spinning around is Nicoletta Paxanopoulos. She has some heavy contact. Now coming down is Rocco. With Pinkwater there, Rocco sends it over to her, but she cannot control it, and it goes out of bounds. And we're going to get some substitutions here, as it looks like Rennie and Foley are back on the field for Schrager and Nicoletta Paxanopoulos. Pinkwater throws that one out once again. And this one goes out for a Hills throw. Mackenzie Karaglian will take it. She sends it to Rocco, out of bounds. Pinkwater sends it down. That's Karaglian to Glass. Glass will send it back to Roche here, setting her up for a long kick, but she doesn't take that. Now she will. And almost perfectly positioned to receive this one is Kira Hickey. Hickey sends across. Rennie is waiting, but it is saved by Karen Mankincella. We stay 3-0, 12 minutes to go. Roche with the clearance. Inbounds and at midfield. That's Pinkwater. Sending it down to Rocco. She's got Rennie in the middle of the box uncovered pretty much. Can she get a cross off? There it goes, down to Rennie, who comes out. Rennie sends it down. That's Kate Glass. She takes a long shot and in the net. Kate Glass puts Hills up 4-0 with a snipe. Hackensack with their fifth kickoff, of this game. He had the opening kickoff as well. Not a good day for the Comets. 2-11 on the year and steaming toward loss number 12. They try to both keep their Bergen County tournament or invitational hopes alive, as well as their state tournament hopes alive, competing in North 1 Group 4. Sitting at 14th in those PowerPoint rankings, just 2 spots out. And some updates from Los Angeles once again. It is 6-0, a Vientos Grand Slam, along with a RBI double from, I apologize as I look it up, from Tyrone Taylor, and the leadoff home run from Francisco Lindor. All 3 of those have seen the Mets take a 6-0 lead as we reach the end of the second inning only in Los Angeles. So Game 1 was a LA blowout. Game 2 is right now a Mets blowout, but the Los Angeles pitching staff has used this as a bullpen game, designated it as such, and we'll see how it works out. I believe it is Omar Manea, who is on the mound for the New York Mets today, but I cannot be certain on that, but I can be in a few moments if you'll let me. Nothing much happening here. If there was something, don't worry, I would have noticed it, and you would have been able to see it. It's a throw-in for Mackenzie Karaglian near midfield. Rocco gets it to Pinkwater. Rennie with the big takeaway. She sends it down. Hickey breaking away. Can she keep it in bounds? She can. Cross saved once again by Karen Mankinchella. Alonzo Marte and Winker are due up for the Mets. Their pitcher is Sean Minaya, not Omar Minaya, excuse me. I believe I got my Minayas mixed up. Again, the winner from this game will play a loser from the preliminary round of the Bergen County tournament. They played those games earlier. Rennie onside, one to beat, but it is saved again by Karen Mankinchella. Pinkwater with the takeaway. That's going to be Foley, but she couldn't get there in time, and it's taken away by Hackensack. They work it down. Benesato sends it over to Rocco. Wind picking up here. Leaves are blowing all over the place, as you can see. It's definitely a fall atmosphere in the middle of October. Second Monday, and a happy Columbus Day to all of you. Out of bounds for a Hackensack throw-in. Alyssa Dominguez, who is the goals leader and the point leader for Hackensack so far this season, had possession there quickly. Pinkwater with the takeaway on that throw-in. Six minutes and 20 seconds to go. We are in the first half. We've just gotten a big gust of wind. Long kick down to Rennie. Rennie's going to have a chance here. She'll have to work it through two defenders. Foley ran with her, but it is taken away by Hackensack and sent back to their goalie, Karen Mankinchella. It's Crandall at midfield. Tried to send it down to Benesato. Crandall there. Takes it away. Now it's going to be Rocco down to Pinkwater. 5.5 minutes left until halftime only. Sent down, Foley if she could get there in time, but Mankinchella makes the save. Rennie will keep this in bounds. On the near sideline, Emily Rennie. Goals leader on this Pascack Hills team. Trying to find a cross, trying to find a way to the net to make it 5-0. And the mercy rule is that a 5-0 or a 5-goal lead in the second half will trigger a running clock on anything, and a 7-goal lead at any time in the second half will trigger an immediate forfeit. or an immediate mercy end to the game. Helen Lemma works it up for Hackensack. They move it down the far sideline, or near sideline, excuse me, and send it towards the middle of the field where Kate Glass sends it out. Sophie Pinkwater now working it down. Pinkwater tries to get it to Rennie. Rennie is there. It skips past. Foley gets through for the goal, and this one will count. Hannah Foley. That is her first goal of the year. She was injured for a little spot of it. And now the clock will continue to run. Down to 3:40 left in the first half. And we await the Hackensack kickoff. A little bit of a trip there as Hills is able to capitalize. Pinkwater at midfield. Pinkwater works through. Sophie Pinkwater at midfield once again sends it down where it'll be an easy save from Manconchilla. It's Rocco. Now Glass, under 3 minutes left. Karaglian with Rocco, taken away by Hackensack. Out off of Helen Lemma, the senior on Hackensack with 2 assists this season. And now already Amelie Rocco tries to get it downfield. Rennie takes it away. Rennie sends a shot, saved, and some good defense from Hackensack. Pinkwater. Two minutes and counting to go in half number 1. It's Foley. And that one goes out. This one goes out of bounds for a Hackensack throw that goes out once again for a Hills throw. It looks like just over a minute to go in the first half. Ooh, hard contact there, and both Amelie Rocco and a Hackensack player, who I believe is Isabel Lopez, go to the ground. The referees do rule it a Hackensack free kick, which I agree with. And now, from about 45 yards out, we await the kick. 40 seconds to go. They send it through to try and at least get one on the board before halftime. They have a good chance here, but Rocco will stop that. Pinkwater will try to counter with 30 seconds to go. She has Rennie running with her along with 2 to her right side, and now it is taken away. But Foley working hard to try and get it back. She had a goal earlier today, her first of the season, and this one goes out with about 10 seconds to go. They'll throw it in and go to halftime with a 5-0 lead as we go down to 5 seconds left. A big halftime lead for Pascack Hills, and a big first half with many goals in all different kinds. 5-0 at halftime in the first round of the Bergen County Tournament. We welcome you back to Pascack Hills, where the score is 5-0 in this Bergen County Invitational game between the Broncos and the Hackensack Comets. Pascack Hills with the lead. Emily Rennie is going to kick off for the Broncos. And we don't want to be overzealous, but we should let you know that if Hills were to score 2 more goals without letting up any more, it would be a mercy rule finish, and we'd finish a little bit early. Rennie is readying to go. We are set to go for the final 40 minutes. Roche sends it all the way down to the Hackensack goalie Karen Mankincella, who has been very good today, although she has let up 5 goals. Hackensack looking to avoid their 5th straight loss and 12th of the season. They've not won since the end of September, a 7-0 mercy victory at Cliffside Park. Pinkwater will take this throw-in. Hackensack does take it away. I'm Matthew Merlino, and I'll be updating you on all of the things happening here, as well as down in L.A. right now as the Mets take on the Dodgers. We do have a relieving pitcher for the Dodgers. It has been a bullpen game for them, as they expected, as Pinkwater goes to the ground over here. Anthony Banda subbing in for Landon Knack. And so the score there is 6-0 as we begin the 4th inning off of a Mark Vientos grand slam most recently, a Francisco Lindor leadoff home run, and an RBI double from the one player on the Mets that I don't know. So give me a minute while I give it to you. Tyrone Taylor, that is. Roche will kick this one up. And it's cleared out to the bench. And over, actually, into the stands, where it'll be a Hills throw-in. Hannah Foley trying to get there for her 2nd goal of the game and 2nd of the season, but it does go out, and we'll see who they say it was off of. Looks like they're lining up for a Hackensack goal kick here. Foley again tried to control it. Far sideline Asia Crandall tried to send it in, but it was wide to the left of the net and out for a Hills goal kick. Taken away. Foley tried to send it back to Pinkwater. It was intercepted. Pinkwater sends it to Peyton Benisato here. Most of the starters are in. Glass takes that one off the chest. Pinkwater being shoved. No whistle. Hackensack with the takeaway. Glass over to Ariana Salas of Hackensack now. Crandall coming over. She has a chance to get it here, but it's going to stay with Hackensack. Karaglian tries to get in front. Out of bounds, Hackensack throw. This one's going to go out and off of Pascack Hills. Another Hackensack throw here as they look for their first goal of the game. Cleared out by Abby Roche. Sky high and bouncing at midfield. Sun peeks through the clouds as Schrager tries to send it down. Rennie cannot get there in time, and it's sent down to Karen Mankincella. Now Hickey with a takeaway. Goal number 6, saved by Mankincella, though. Goal kick, or corner kick for Hills coming up, and Sophie Pinkwater will take it from the near corner. Shot, score! Kira Hickey with number 2 of the day. And it's 6-0 Pascack Hills. Hackensack works it down off of their kickoff. Sent into the box. Shot blocked. Benisato brings it back out. Long shot taken. Blocked by Ava DeReese. Rennie. It's Rennie now at midfield. She sends it over to Pinkwater. Pinkwater had Hickey on the outside. Tried to send it up to Benisato. Pinkwater trying to get through. She's got some room. Oh, got shoved hard to the ground. And that looks to be a straight red. No, it's going to be a yellow. And it'll go on Emily Gurumendi. Free kick. Pinkwater is looking towards the sideline, but it looks like she'll stay in. She has a free kick here to potentially end this one early. Sent in, going for goal, too high. And we'll get some subs for Hills here, as Karen Mankinchella readies for the goal kick. Well, the girls' next game in this tournament will be on the road, but the boys are back in town as they take on St. Joe's on Wednesday, and we'll have live coverage of that one at 4 o'clock. The second round of the Bergen County Tournament in boys soccer, Pascack Hills against St. Joe's. And Thursday, depending on the results of volleyball, who takes on St. Mary's in Rutherford tomorrow, as Rennie keeps this one. Oh, it hit the post! And it goes out. Clock keeps running. 31 minutes still to go, but Hills can end it with a goal. It's Crandall. It's Peyton Benisato at midfield trying to send it up, but it's taken away and sent out by Hackensack. As we were saying, volleyball plays at St. Mary's in Rutherford tomorrow. We won't have coverage of that one, unfortunately, but if they win, they'll be at Pascack Valley on Thursday in the second round of that Bergen County volleyball tournament. And we will definitely have coverage. In fact, it may even be live, so stay tuned, as this is a packed week of county tournament action on PH Athletics, starting with this one on this Columbus Day 2024, as Kira Hickey falls in midfield. Looks like Abby Roche will take this free kick. 30.5 minutes to go, 6-0. Here comes Roche from midfield, trying to send it down. She's got a big leg. Chance for Hills. Header from Crandall. In the net. Game over. And our final will be 7-0 after 50 minutes. Hills with a play-in round victory over Hackensack in the girls' Bergen County Invitational. They'll play a loser from the preliminary round of the Bergen County tournament. And on Wednesday, we'll be back here for boys soccer as they take on St. Joe's. Thursday, still up in the air, depending on results. This is County Tournament Week, and I'm Matthew Merlino. Happy to bring it to you. Go enjoy the Met, Yankee, and Jet games all tonight. We'll see you back here on Wednesday afternoon. Good night, everybody from Pascack Hills. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, head to hills.pascack.org/athletics.